Everyone seems to love Kiki. I kind of want to ask what people love so much about her, since I feel my appreciation for her is below average. Not that it really matters what my opinion is though, because I'm a meta slave. And Kiki, in addition to ruling Shanghai Jing, also pretty much rules the current Blue Archive meta. She's looking to expand her domain too with Shanghai Jing Summer. Didn't see that one coming. I was rooting for an Odyssey School release, but it's fine. There will be time for that later, since the question has already progressed from will they be released to when will they be released. So the topic at hand. Shanghai Jing's Kisaki and Shun have scored the first new swimsuit alts of the year. This video is mostly throwing in my pulls for them and doing my selector, but I'll put in a few lines about what they do and how good they are. It's an understatement to say Kisaki changed the game. Before Kiki, you were stacking critical damage, attack damage, and maybe color buffing if you were feeling adventurous. Then the progenitor of the EX damage buff rolled up and changed everything. She's all, hey sensei, how about 80% EX damage? On top of everything you've already buffed. And naturally I said, that sounds amazing. How many kidneys do I need to sell? You can hardly go a raid these days without seeing Kisaki unless it doesn't use strikers, or contrives itself into a no EX damage pretzel. She also plays Mahjong, which means she's automatically not a bad character. Maybe she'll be in the second round of the Mahjong Soul collab for Blue Archive. Ha, if only. Why can't we have nice things? After creating a new buff type for the first time, she's kind of done it again. This time she's the biggest cost and rotation bot in the game. Use her skill once for cost regen and a 1 cost reduction for 3 surrounding strikers. And then the next 2 casts of her EX skill will cost 0 and give Kiki a 5-second cost regen buff. Shun, on the other hand, is mostly refining her game. In spite of shrinking in stature, her battery has gotten bigger from 3.8 cost to 4.2 cost. I can only wonder where she stores all that cost. Are they any good though? Yes, they're strong. This is the chart I'll be using in the more thorough analysis video. Kiki in particular looks like she has potential to change the meta. And if nothing else, it's fun getting extra tools to spam more EX skills. Both are probably not a must pull if you're looking to economize your pyro spend though. Disclaimer, you might be in trouble if everyone ends up pulling Kisaki and she's by and far the best for a given raid. But I at least haven't seen any insanely improved cooking done with her yet. Shun you'll probably be fine without. Her utility is the extra battery, which is nice, but it's not head and shoulders above the archived Big Shun. If you're keen on squeezing out every point in speedrunning, or you're the mythical joint firing drill main, you might want her. But I stand by the prediction of them both not being 100% necessary in the current landscape. Alright, let's get into the pull rituals. I say it every time, but this is not a tier list. Even if a lot of it does overlap with a true tier list because I'm a meta slave. There are no new additions to the Spookwant chart this time, considering it's been all DPS aside from Nagusa after Erika. It's my last chance to get Mine before the Selector ticket expires, so I've got my Hail Mary locked in. If she doesn't come this time, it's time to use the whale ticket. Otherwise, mainly gunning for Kiki and letting the cards fall where they will. If I get Kiki over 150, then I'll probably pull for Shun. Time to roll. Will Kisaki be squeezing me today? That's a very real and very scary possibility. There's some squeezing that's guaranteed too. That's me squeezing this Kisaki ball. I got it for attending enough of Kokono's radio calisthenics sessions. Isn't it just adorable? Also, is this ball not kind of chonky? Or are my hands just small? Probably a combination of both. One more thing before we start. I've got the errand of collecting my Grand Assault ticket first. It's always nice getting to put these towards something worthwhile. And without further ado, let the squeeze session begin. I'll go first. Squeeze, squeeze. Your move, Aruna. We are off to the races. Ah yes, the start of the golden experience. May I have one Kiki? $10 gone. 190 left to go. Only one way to find out. Ah, the first Plana of the session. Nice. And she brought a pink. She really is the better Aruna. If I know past me, and I don't always, this is a Kisaki ball. One chance, let's see what we got. New student. And with that background, there's only one candidate.
この状況か。私も着替えないとね。どうかな、先生。似合ってる？
It's Amy, who I, the cruel sensei, left behind in my armed yuzu rolling session. I won't say I regret it since you do have to invest a ligma in her, but if she wants to come to Shari of her own accord, who am I to deny her? Welcome to the team, Armed Amy. She is mainly used for Drumbarka, where she's the premier hole breaker. Beyond fulfilling just the mechanic though, she's strong enough to be a main DPS for one of the Phase 1 teams in Lunatic. This completes my Decagrammaton student collection. Unless they decide to release more. Surely not, right? That's a great start. Let's see what else we can get. Second pink? Okay, fine. You're great too, Blue Arena. I admit it. Drawing the ceremonial XD? 2 pinks? Okay, maybe you are the senpai. Hello, Umika? This is your 4th time. I can almost get you to 4 stars now. You're supposed to use her in Fury of Set, but she peaked in pre-release unfortunately. Maybe the Sensei Collective just doesn't appreciate her true value. Oh shoot! It's Kiki!
日差しが強いな。ほれ、先生、こっち。
Wow. Guess my fest is saved. Thank you, Kiki. Let's give you another loving squeeze. Well, if she comes this early, I guess that's a sign. I should cash in my winnings and not greed for Shun. Sorry, Shun. You are more than welcome to spook me at any time. Come visit soon. Right. Gotta go through the motions. 1 stretching instructor? Nice. Very nice. There have been some instances where I've padded out these videos. They're usually my attempt to obfuscate the number of rolls it took to get a student. I've got a perfect misdirection for this time that isn't actually filler though. So let's hop on over to that. My Selector ticket is about to expire, so join me in whaling a guaranteed student. I bought the ticket recently and the 10 pull that comes with it was one of the ones used in this video. I held out till the very last moment on this. And it's right before a Gregorius run too, so let's just say the timing worked out pretty well. I've been planning on rolling Mine for a long time now. She's been the bane of my existence a number of times. She kept on denying me Gregorius Platinum when I had neither her nor Swimsuit Hoshino. She is the premier student for putting 4 debuffs on. The one other student who can do that is Swimsuit Ichika, though not quite with the same consistency of Mine, whose timing you can actually control. Ichika splits her 4 between her normal skill and EX skill. And there was also a Kurokage run where she would have been a path to Platinum in the past, but alas I did not have her. As for why I've waited so long, Selectors are no better than spooks unlike pickup because they don't get the bonus 100 elifs. So ideally I'd get her as a spook since there's no advantage to getting her via Selector. Every time I get a student from the Selector ticket though, they always end up coming again soon after, like that time I used it on Himari at the start of my Blue Archive journey. I was an eager noob, ready to catch up to the meta, and I had been duped by the Start Dash ticket. If I had bought it, of course. I'd never buy something like that. Anyways, I got Himari, and then she came back to taunt me a few banners later. Or how about the next one where I selected New Year Kayoko? Come again? Yes, she came again. Twice! In the next fest! Inconceivable! And now that I'm forced to use this Selector on Mine, it's going to happen again. I can feel it in my bones. I am not paranoid, not that much anyways, and that's why I held out to the last minute, to grasp at the faintest of hopes that she would come home on her own. But unfortunately, with this set of rolls being my final chance before the ticket expires, it wasn't meant to be. Where did I go wrong? Isn't she supposed to like wave cats? Anyways, thank you for listening to my rant. Let's redeem ourselves a Mine.
救護騎士団団長、青森ミネと申します。救護が必要な方はどちらでしょうか?
Anticlimactic, but it's fine. That's closure. I am ready for Gregorius. Alright, that's the end of this time's distractions and diversions and also the end of this video. Good luck if you decided or will decide to roll Kisaki and Shun. And as always, thanks for watching.